I'm Harrison Graham. Here's what we got coming up on Chicago Bears Now. Shane Waldron faces the music from Chicago media today, but did he reveal a red flag? We'll get into that. Plus, the latest injury updates, including a couple of new additions to the injury report. And Justin Fields kind of ripping the Bears as he joined his teammates Cam Heyward's podcast. Lot to cover here on Chicago Bears Now. Before we get to it, can we get to 103,000 subscribers ASAP? Crossed 100,000 recently. We appreciate your love and support, trying to keep it growing. Once you get to 100, you got that thirst for 200. So if you want daily Bears coverage, the latest news, rumors, updates, injuries, more, my opinions and analysis, hit that subscribe button right now. All right, Shane Waldron facing the music at Halas today. He talks every Thursday, and the questions are starting to get tougher and tougher for Shane as the offense continues to struggle at this point in the season. And to his credit, I thought he kind of owned everything for the most part. Here's what he had to say on the 4th and 1 speed option call. He said, not getting into the schematics on every play, but I have to put us in a better position. And it's kind of like, yeah, I'll answer that one for you, Shane. You could just shred that play. This isn't college football. Trying to run a speed option to the edge with anyone other than Lamar Jackson and maybe Justin Fields, it's just not a play I'm interested in. Now, if you want to do a QB run in the red zone on the goal line, I don't have a problem with that. But just run QB power and use the back as an extra blocker because you're just not winning the numbers game there. So just a really, really poor play call and decision there. Shane on the running game as a whole said, I think for us it's the rhythm of the game. Trusting it. We've done a great job in practice reps, but not executing in game. Close quote. And I've really thought about this more recently, and I heard this point being made on another podcast. I, moving forward, will not take reports about a running back or a running game out of practice, training camp, seriously ever again. It's pretty irrelevant. And you know why? Because they're not hitting. They're not tackling at practice and training camp anymore. The trenches play is like pretty minimal. Like there's not a lot of contact. And all we heard out of camp, DeAndre Swift looks great. DeAndre Swift looks great. And you get out there and you get into these real games and you're hitting and guys are getting moved around. It's the worst running back in the league statistically. So I just, I really don't want to hear it looks good in practice, especially when it comes to the running game anymore. That's proven to be irrelevant up to this point in time. And this is when I got frustrated. Because I was okay with a lot of Shane's answers today. And again, he owned it. He said it all starts with me, yada, yada, yada. He did what you need to do as a coach when things aren't going well. Like, hey, I've got to fix things. I got to figure it out. Well, he was asked about the goal line usage at running back and why Khalil Herbert was getting those opportunities. And he said that he's our short yardage back is essentially what he said, which is why he was in there on those goal-to-go situations before they brought DeAndre Swift back on the 4th and goal at the 1. Which, if you're going to make a change at that point, maybe go to your other more physical running back in Roschon Johnson, who should have been in there from the beginning. That, to me, is a red flag. That, to me, is not understanding your personnel. Now, there was kind of a little comment in there. Roschon's coming off an injury. Well, I saw Roschon Johnson in this game. He's breaking tackles left and right. And by the way, if he cannot handle a goal line touch or two with a lot of contact, he shouldn't be active. He's not healthy enough. If he is healthy enough to be active, it's got to be full go. So I don't really buy into that, and it scared me off a bit. I'm like, really? Khalil Herbert's the short yardage guy? Yeah, he's more physical than DeAndre Swift, but you have Roschon Johnson right there. And later in the game, when you used him more, he was breaking tackles. I don't understand this. And by the way, Herbert should be getting used more. But his role should not be he's our goal line back and that's all he is. What are we talking about? When you took the job, did you not review what your players do well in prior years? I mean, it makes me think he doesn't know who Khalil Herbert is as a player. That was shocking to say the least when it comes to Shane Waldron and player personnel utilization, because why is Khalil Herbert your goal line back over Roschon Johnson? Makes no sense whatsoever. Johnson is a physical north-south runner that breaks tackles and falls forward. Unbelievable. How concerned are you with Shane Waldron at this point. Scale from 0 to 10, 0 being not at all Harrison. This is going to be peak Andy Reid soon. 10 being you're DEFCON 9 here. You're pretty damn terrified. I mean, the only reason I'm not going to say a 10 is because I do think the passing game is making progress, but I got to go a 9.5. I mean, I have major questions, major concerns, and if it continues to go down this path, I do wonder if Flus would consider a change there. All right, let's get to the injury stuff. Speaking of not great, some new additions here. Kevin Byard, who practiced in full yesterday, did not practice at all today with the back, and he's been a guy that's never missed a game in his career. Of course, the Bears signed him. He's got a back issue that flares up. So keep an eye on that throughout the rest of the week, tomorrow especially. Terell Smith still dealing with that hip. Darrell Taylor, knee/illness. He left yesterday with an illness. I don't know if he's got a serious knee issue or if it's more of the sickness. Hopefully it's the latter. Zacch Pickens still dealing with that groin. Andrew Billings, limited yesterday, did not practice today with the knee issue. I don't like that. Marcedes Lewis had his weekly rest day. Darnell Wright, if you want a positive trend, he didn't go yesterday. He was limited today, so that's good, as was Braxton Jones with his knee. Keenan Allen limited. Rome Odunze, new addition with the hip. That's different from the knee issue he had a couple of weeks ago, so keep an eye on that. And Kari Blasingame dealing with a knee and a hand issue, but up to limited now. We'll see if he's able to go this week. Coming up next, we got some Rams injury updates to tend to, including Cooper Kupp. But first, a word from our sponsor. Today's show is sponsored by Mando. I've been telling you about the whole body deodorant for a while. My personal favorite product is the deodorant wipes from Mando because you can rub these all over your body and you're going to be smelling good as new. Maybe you're out and about, out on a run, don't have time to get in a shower. Well, that's where Mando comes into play. I've been using several of their products for several months, and these wipes have you covered if you're on the move. Mando is clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours. It is safe for your entire body, your pits, your package, your feet, everywhere in between. It stops odor before it starts, and it's available in 4 cologne quality scents: Bourbon Leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and Clover Woods. Don't be the smelly guy in your group. Check out Mando's products today, including the deal we're offering, which is the starter pack. It comes with the solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and more. And you can get $5 off with code CHAT at shopmando.com. Of the starter pack only, $5 off with code CHAT at shopmando.com. It's the best bang for your buck with Mando. Link is in the comments and in the description, as is the promo code. Check out Mando today. Looks like Cooper Kupp not going to play this week as he's still dealing with that ankle issue. The Rams have tried to avoid putting him on IR, and they're going to continue to do that, it looks like. But not expected to play on Sunday. That certainly helps the Bears out. And for the guys on their 53, they're mostly healthy outside of Kupp. But a lot of key guys on IR. Puka Nacua on IR. Steve Avila, Jonah Jackson, Joe Noteboom, 3 of their starting offensive linemen on IR. Roschon Johnson, one of their starting safeties. Darius Williams, one of their corners. I mean, the fact that this team beat the 49ers last week, I know they're a little banged up too, that just speaks to Sean McVay and Matt Stafford. The Rams have several starters out. I mean, 3 offensive linemen, 2 receivers, and a DB. That's at least 6 of their 22 starters. If you can't win this game, I get you got a couple new guys out as well, but that's pretty bad. If A, on the Niners last week, and B, if the Bears can't find a way here. I mean, that's just more evidence that your coaching staff just isn't good enough, if we're being completely honest. Who you got in this matchup? Type CHI for the Chicago Bears or LAR for the Los Angeles Rams. Let us know in the comment section down below. CHI for Bears or LAR for Rams. Talk a little Justin Fields as he rips is a little strong, but kind of ripped the Bears as he joined Cam Heyward's podcast to compare Chicago and Pittsburgh and a variety of other things. I've seen new clips from this emerge. I haven't been able to listen to the whole episode yet. But the thing that's made the rounds, and you probably saw the clip on my Twitter at HGramNFL, they asked him, better coaches, Chicago or Pittsburgh? And before Heyward even finished the question, he said, Pittsburgh, it's not even close. He was also asked about better teammates. He said Pittsburgh, but what's he going to say? Chicago when he's talking to two of his Pittsburgh teammates. I think him and the guys in Chicago got along great and still do. But yeah, like a couple of thoughts here. One, of course, he's going to say Pittsburgh across the board when he's doing a podcast on his teammate's show. But it's also true. I mean, let's be real. Matt Eberflus and Luke Getsy, which is what Justin Fields dealt with. Matt Nagy the year before, too. Or Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith. I'll take Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith every day of the week, twice on Sunday. But I will say, if you listen to how he answered that one compared to the other ones, like, he answered it really quick. Like, it was like a little jab, like yeah, I'm going to kind of make a point here. So, yeah, that was pretty interesting. I actually just saw a clip just a few moments ago that he was asked about Caleb Williams, and he said he first saw him in high school, and he said he was by far the best quarterback at this camp he attended. And he said the second best one he saw there was actually J.J. McCarthy, but nothing but high praise for Caleb, so that's pretty cool. But, yeah, I mean, look, you're seeing it across the league. Coaching matters. Coaching matters. And it's more than fair to question the Bears' coaching. It just is. When Malik Willis can look the way he's looked with the Green Bay Packers and the Bears are looking the way they are with Shane Waldron, it's like, what's going on here? What's the disconnect between the coaching and the players? So hopefully that gets ironed out, and it's got to get ironed out fast because you got some big games coming up. All right. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the latest news and injury updates here on Chicago Bears Now. We got you covered on all things Bears every single day, so subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 103,000 subs ASAP.